Hi, it's Kerry. I've got some interesting and some unusual animals today. In my toy collection are prehistoric animals, dinosaurs, wild animals, and marine reptiles. Can you tell me, do mammals have warm blood or cold blood? I'm going to talk a bit about mammals. Mammals are a class of vertebrates characterized by warm blood, hairy bodies, a four-chambered heart, a single jawbone, sweat glands, and in females, mammary glands for suckling their young. Some mammals, such as naked mole rats and whales, have lost some or all of their hair. Almost all mammals give birth to live young, but there are a few that lay eggs. These are known as monotremes, including the platypus. Daeodon was a genus of omnivorous mammal resembling a wild pig. Its name means terrible hog. It lived in North America during the early Miocene epoch, between about 20 and 18 million years ago. It was about 10 feet or 3 meters long and 7 feet or 2.1 meters tall at the shoulder, and it's believed to have eaten live animals, scavenged carrion, and also eaten some plants. Tylosaurus. Its name means knob lizard, referring to its strong snout. Tylosaurus had a very prominent ridge on its skull made from cartilage. Doedicurus. This was a slow-moving creature covered by a large domed armored shell and a clubbed spiked tail, similar to those of the ankylosaur and stegosaur dinosaurs that preceded it by tens of millions of years. The spiked tails were used for competing for mates or for defense. Inostrancevia was a saber-toothed predator. Its upper canine teeth were 15 centimeters long, and the animal also had large incisors. It had a long, narrow skull, a slender body, and quite short legs. And you can see that big, wide open jaw there. Arsinoitherium. It's an extinct penungulate mammal which lived approximately 35 to 30 million years ago. They were closely related to elephants, sea cows, dassies, more so than rhinos. These herbivorous mammals roamed the Egyptian plains. They had primitive teeth for grazing. Arsinoitherium walked on all four legs, much like a rhino. Some dinosaur information. They lived during the Mesozoic period. Scientists divide the Mesozoic era into three periods: the Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous. During this time, the land gradually split up from one huge continent into smaller ones. The associated changes in the climate and vegetation affected how dinosaurs evolved. Moropus is from an extinct group of herbivorous, odd-toed ungulate mammals. Its bodily proportions are similar to a living okapi, which is a kind of short-necked giraffe with longer forelimbs than hind limbs and a somewhat elongated neck. Their front legs had long curved claws, indicating that they knuckle-walked like giant anteaters today, and you can see that there on the left front foot. And here's another Tylosaurus. It was a mosasaur and ate fish and other swimming animals using its powerful streamlined body. And you can see that ridge along its back there, and a very strong jaw. Tanystropheus was 20 feet or 6 meters long, including a 10 foot or 3 meter neck. It could stand on the shore, but needed water to help support the weight of its neck and tail. It mainly walked on the seabed because it was not a good swimmer. It would sneak its head into a shoal of fish and quickly catch its prey. Attenborosaurus grew to about 16 feet. It had an extremely long neck and only a few large teeth for chomping down on fish. It was a plesiosaur with a typical small head, long neck, round body, and 4 flippers. Elasmosaurus used its flippers like a turtle. It had a very long neck with 4 paddle-shaped flippers, a tiny head with sharp teeth and strong jaws, and a pointed tail. It could grow to 46 feet, although half of that was its neck. I'm going to talk about marine reptiles. They came from the land but learned to live in the water. Some marine reptiles, such as the Ichthyosaurs, Plesiosaurs, and Mosasaurs, and similar, became so well adapted to a marine lifestyle that they were incapable of venturing onto land and even gave birth in the water. Others, such as the sea turtles and saltwater crocodiles, returned to shore to lay their eggs. Camarasaurus lived in the late Jurassic period. It had a small square-shaped head with a blunt snout. It had a long neck, thick legs and a long tail, which served as a counterbalance to the neck. Its front legs were slightly shorter than the hind legs. It had 5 toes on the front feet with long sharp claws on the inner toes. Daxiatitan was a very large dinosaur, reaching up to 69 feet or 21 meters in length. It had an enormously long neck which helped it find leaves and plants. I really like the color of this one, and you can see the thumb claws there, and the front legs are longer than the back legs. You can see the rough scaly skin here. These are osteoderms that may have provided some protection. Deinotherium had long legs and a long low skull. Unlike modern elephants, the front part of the lower jaw turned downwards with 2 oversized tusk-like downward curving incisors with a shorter trunk. There were several species of Deinotherium. I think these unusual tusks would have been used to root around in the soil for underground plant parts. The Plesiosaurus. Its name means near lizard. They use their teeth to catch fish and small marine animals. The neck is quite stiff. Its very strong jaws could also be used to attack other large predators. The Basilosaurus is a genus of cetacean that lived from 40 to 34 million years ago in the late Eocene. It wasn't a marine reptile, but a stage in the evolution of whales. It was one of the largest oceanic animals of its time. To be continued in the next video. Thank you for watching my video. It really helps if you can share my videos on any of the social media sites that you like to visit. See you again soon.